Hey everybody, Fishman here. Welcome to another video. This is Fisher Log number 177. Though in truth, absolutely no recorded footage of my fish room at all because, well, for the last 2 weeks I have been in Tokyo on a vacation. And I took a couple weeks off of making videos before that because, well, I have to get, first off, ready for it, get all my work done, get everything cleaned up. And whenever I go on these longer trips, I tend to take a lot of the fish that are in my fish room and put them out into clients' tanks, sort of put my fish room into an idle mode, mostly because I don't want anything to go wrong, so I keep things at a bare minimum. And I am now in the process of getting that all up and running, and I will go back to making videos shortly. So I want to show you, well, the things I went and saw in Tokyo, which is going to also include some fish store stuff, which is coming up shortly. As you can see, though, it's a lovely city. This is right in the middle of Tokyo, and it's a nice park, and there's lots of fish everywhere, and yeah, it's well worth it. A very lovely city to go and visit. One of the things I wanted to check up on this time when I was here is I wanted to see if, well, I went to a number of pet stores last time, and I made a video about that, and I wanted to see if anything had really changed because of COVID and everything else. Well, price-wise, the prices are a lot higher now. I'm going to show you a little bit here. Take any of these prices you see, if you want to pause the video and zoom in. Take off 2 zeros off the end, and that's basically the price of the given items. And it's kind of hard to tell without knowing what they are, but these are obviously plants and whatnot, and some of the prices are quite high relatively to, well, what it was last time I was there and to what we can get over here. The tanks are lovely. I mean, they're all well kept. That hadn't changed any. The only thing I noticed as a difference as far as between the two visits is the availability of different kinds of fish. I didn't really see anything really unusual. They're nice fish. I mean, they're healthy. But those are just paradise fish. I mean, there's nothing really, like I said, unusual as far as different things. Last time I was there, I saw some really nice freshwater pipefish and a few other really cool looking things. But this time there really wasn't anything. It wasn't, like I said, nothing really worth noting as far as an unusual fish that you could end up owning. This is an aquarium in Tokyo. It's the Bay Aquarium. And one thing I noticed is last time I was there were 3 aquariums. And now there's only 2. We only went to one of them. This is actually really quite nice. We didn't go to this one last time. The other one that we went to and I recorded footage for, it is now shut down. So again, there are some things that are different between the 2 visits. But, like I said, these are lovely fish. These are really cool. I really like these fish. They're basically they're a type of fish that hangs vertically, as you can see, usually in sea urchins. They weren't in any here. But it's just kind of a cool fish behavior. And it was really kind of nice to see these things. I mean, this aquarium was beautiful. There's all kinds of interesting things. I mean, they had sea dragons here, as you can see. And I think one of the males of the regular sea urchins was pregnant. I couldn't really tell, but it did look that way. But anyway, it's nice to see the sea dragons doing well like this. I don't know if they were doing any breeding or had any breeding programs for them. But yeah, it was just like I said. The aquariums are beautiful. They're well kept, and quite a variety, as you can see here shortly, because they had some really. The reason why this looks grainy is this was in a. Well, these are deep sea fish, and they are kept basically in the dark, and that is quite a large amphipod. I mean, they're quite huge, but anyway, these are just kind of neat things that you just don't normally get to see. The other thing that was really cool is this tank is huge, and these are tuna, and the small ones are, I say, about 3 to 3.5 feet long. And yeah, there's just an amazing tank full of fish like this. It's just something you don't get to see. These are yellowfins, I think. So yeah, like I said, the trip was really quite cool. There's lots of things to see. Most of the stuff I'm not going to bother showing you because, well, first off, this video will be really, really long. Secondly, it doesn't have absolutely anything at all to do with, fish. So the other thing I really liked about this particular aquarium is they had this surge pool. This is a tidal area. There's a lot of various, tide pool style critters in this area, but it's kind of neat that they can get a nice surge of this. This tank is huge, by the way, and they have this is you can see about 6 inches of thick acrylic on it. It's quite a big tank, and just being able to have the tidal flows that they have in it is just kind of neat to see. And this is from the other end. You can see the waves coming in here. And this is all just generated by a wave generator. I mean, no, I know you can go to wave pools in, water parks, and they're much bigger than that. But this is just kind of nice to see in an actual aquarium. It's just another aspect of it that was kind of neat. And this is also kind of cool. They had some squid. This is actually, I can't remember which type it was. There's so many things we saw. And most of it, like I said, we didn't really have much time to spend on each individual area because you're moving through and seeing a ton of different things. But anyway, like I said, it's very beautiful. And they have, as you can see, a jellyfish tank. And there's another one coming up here. The next clip, that's another really cool one. And they also had tanks for the full life cycles. I didn't record those ones, but you can see them when they're sedentary, when they're laying on the bottom of, just a case of the aquarium. And it was just, like I said, just covering as much in the way of aspects of this as possible. I'm going to show you this guy because it was just kind of comical. I mean, obviously not a fish. It's just a penguin tank, but in his particular case, it's just a puffin, but he was just doing this, and it was well worth recording because, as I said, he was really quite the character. And the other thing we did is we went to a zoo, and this isn't it here, but this is just another shrine in the middle of the city, and they had a really well put together. This is basically like someone's pond, if you had it, and it's all grown with plants, and they have a nice waterfall at one end, and there's a bridge that goes across this, what I'm currently standing on. And yeah, like I said, this just looks like a natural stream, but you can see in the background there's buildings. And yes, this is just something they built, put together, and obviously they're running a very large amount of water through, because this is quite the waterfall they have here. And of course, everywhere you go, there are koi. They have lots and lots of koi and almost everything that they put together. A couple of larger ones had more along the lines of carp instead of koi. They didn't have the colors, but this one certainly did, as you can see here. And this is the other side. This is the bridge I'm standing on, and you can see the koi here. And like I said, this is just in the middle of the city. And it's like a lovely display, and you can walk around through everything here, and lots of plants. And like I said, it's just very beautiful. So I'm going to show you one more clip here, and then this is a zoo we went to. It was just like a lovely place. There's all kinds of stuff. It was a Ueno Zoo, and they had lots of land animals, of course, as well. The funny thing about this particular trip to this zoo was everything that was really, really active was a turtle, which is like bizarre because usually they're just sitting around doing nothing. But all the turtles were running. Well, not running around. I mean, the last clip is going to be of Galapagos turtle, which is just having a snack, but. Most of the other animals were quite sedentary, but anyway, there's this big guy here, and he was spending the entire time I was watching him trying to eat this. So thank you very much for watching. I'm going to leave off with a few clips of just some static images of things that I found interesting. And like I said, next week I'll get back to doing my regular fish room vlogs and get that stuff up and running, and hopefully have like I said, more interesting projects for you. The very, very last picture is me playing, well, actually, this is Space Invaders. I found this in one of the areas in Akihabara, which is called Electric Town, and sat there. Well, I didn't play very long, but this is a game I played way back when I was in university. I won't tell you how long ago that was, but when it was actually new. Anyway, thanks for watching. Leave comments. Let me know what you think about this. And as I said, next week we'll be back to making fish videos, and we'll see you then. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.